Welcome to the Tocsin Magazine's The Everything Old Skool Podcast. The lead interviewer, Shanique Bird, I call her S Bird. She can't be with us today, so I'm going to take over and we're going to make this thing right. I have with me today some people from the UniverSoul Circus. I have my main man, Zeke. Say what's happening, Zeke.
What's happening out there, world? Peace and blessings be unto you all.
You know it. And I got my man, Fresh. They call him Fresh. Say what's happening to the people, my brother.
What's going on, y'all? Hope everybody out there having a good day.
That's good. That's good. So I want to get right to it. I want to start it off. Now this question, the first question right here is for both of you. I wanted to know, and you can answer first, Zeke. How long has the circus you've been involved in the circus? Well, this particular one, the UniverSoul Circus.
Well, this is the one and only. I don't want to deal with no other circus.
They
don't have the soul that we have. I was with them from the beginning. We started in 1994. So this makes it going on 28 years, I believe, 20th anniversary, 28 years in county.
And how did you get involved? I mean, how did it come about?
I started originally with a gentleman by the name of Mr. Cedric Walker. He is a great visionary. He had the idea of taking your traditional style circus and adding a little hip hop flavor to it, or as we say, soul, add a soul flavor to it. And voila, here we are 28 years later. He didn't want just your traditional, black folks. We wanted a little of the gospel, a little hip hop, a little old school, a little new school flavor to it. And we took another spin to the circus life, and here we are.
And how did you get the job though? Did you try out, or did he know you?
No, I knew Cedric Walker previous to the circus, so I knew him as a promoter. He was promoting plays and concerts, and the first ringmaster was Casual Cal. He was Ricky's partner, and they came up with the concept of the circus. And of course, me and Cal, we was doing the things previous to the circus. We was buddies and partners doing hosting parties, DJing. We was doing that before the circus came about. So me and Casual Cal, we were partners from the beginning, as I said. So when they came up with the circus concept, normally it's just a ringmaster center stage, but they came up with a second spot called a Ringmaster Sidekick. Since me and Cal was partners, and I came up with a new concept, Ringmaster Sidekick. And here I am, holding it down 28 years later.
So that's love. So they basically created a position for you.
Correct. There you go. Yes. Because like I said, normally that center ring is just the ringmaster. That's why it's called Ringmaster. But seeing that, we were partners, me and him was like, brothers. They came up with a second spot in it to showcase, and that was the Ringmaster Sidekick.
Well, that's love, man. Anytime somebody creates a position for you, that says a lot.
Yes, sir.
How about you, my brother Fresh? Greetings and welcome. How did you start with the circus, and how long? Because it's probably older than you, huh?
Yeah. It is. Well, how my company Fresh to Clowns became a brand in the circus is I started a company by the name of Fresh to Clowns Entertainment in 2013 back in Detroit, Michigan. And it was just me by myself at the moment, but I started hiring younger kids and older adults. So at the moment of me having about 7 or 8 members, I reached out to the circus. Basically, I looked at the circus, and then I was already a member of Fresh to Clowns by then. I wasn't with the circus yet. So I ended up having the whole city of Detroit hashtag a video that we shot, tag the UniverSoul Circus. And I didn't expect over 10,000 hashtags would go to the UniverSoul Circus. And I got a call that next morning from the corporate office. It was a guy by the name of Warren. He used to work for the circus. He called, he said, yeah, they want to see y'all put a 7-minute video together today, like right now. So I'm at home by myself. I had to call all my clowns, like, make it to my house right now. They just put a performance together, record it, send it to them. So we did it, and they loved it. So that first year they came to the city, we did a pre-show, and the pre-show sold out from us promoting so hard and having everybody come and represent us. It sold out, and we put on a good show. That next year, the circus called and added us to the lineup.
Blessings, man. You did your work and you got blessed
Yeah.
for it. What inspired you to be a clown? And is there a clown school? How could one go about if they wanted to be a clown?
No, I didn't even. It's a clown school, but I didn't even go. It goes back to my daughter. Her grandmother asked me to be a clown at her daughter party. I denied it plenty of times. No, I ain't about to be a clown. No, I ain't about to do this clown stuff. No. So I ended up agreeing to it. I came with a different swag the first time. I had the clown outfit with the little, the little color balls that go down the whole onesie outfit. But I came with I had a fitted on that was backwards, and I had black hair. So, I wore gym shoes. So that was my first time ever doing it. But when I seen how I look, I said I could turn this to something different, because all clowns wear big shoes. They wear the big nose. They wear the typical clown wear. I said these kids probably will love clowns more if I put a little swag with it. I put a daily lifetime of wardrobe on a clown. So if I put Jordans, neck chains, the swag in the outfit, and once I did that, it blew up. Like, people was laughing at first. They were laughing, "How you a clown?" But I was getting bigger and bigger every day. The bookings was coming left and right. Like, I couldn't handle it. So that's when I hired more employees. So right now, as of today, I have 24 employees under my Fresh to Clowns brand. I have an Atlanta branch and I have a Detroit branch. And I have probably like 2 or 3 in the Maryland area, like basically Baltimore, Jersey, and DC.
All right. So that probably worked because the chains and the Jordans are what the kids see in the street, so they can relate to that.
Exactly.
So other than that, what makes you and your clowns unique? Do you pop lock or break dance?
We do all types. We do all types. That's why I'm branching off to different cities and states, because I got a girl, a younger kid. She's from New Jersey. They type of dancing. Then I got a younger kid from Baltimore. Then I have the Atlanta clowns. They have, the hip hop dancing in Atlanta. Then we go to Detroit. We got the Majorette. Then we got the Detroit Jit. It's all type of dancing that's in Fresh to Clowns that makes us look different from any other clown group that's trying to be a part of Fresh to Clowns, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I understand. You're unique. You have a hook. You're unique. So my brother Zeke, and that's good marketing, man. Good thinking, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
So Zeke, we were speaking earlier, and I wanted to know.
Can I add something to what Fresh to Clown was talking about?
Sure.
Another thing that makes them unique are if people know hip hop, how hip hop has different elements to it.
Yes.
That's what he's done to that clown. Let's say that clown persona. He took the clowning and added hip hop to it, and they are out of this world. They do all the modern dances, the TikTok phenomenon, anything that's the culture, that's out in the culture now, they have it covered. I think myself, that's what makes them unique. They stand out. Well, we don't want to use the word clown, ethnically traditional clown. These are multi-talented hip-hop entertainers. There you go.
And they're not the typical clowns where you walk on stilts and pull rabbits out the hats and all of that.
Correct. Right. There you go. I want to separate them so people in the audience will think, traditional clowns are the kids' clowns. And these guys here, they come with energy, they dance, they turn it up, they blowing up the internet. They fresh. That's why they call fresh. And right. Fresh is a word in our culture.
And who makes the routines? Fresh, you?
Everybody. I have a team full of brilliant people that puts their brain. I put stuff in. Then I have 23 other clowns that helps out. I have leaders. I put people in place to be leaders. So we take criticism from everybody. We take routines from everybody. We listen to everybody. So if we listen to everybody, we cannot fail on any type of level.
That's great logic. Now, Zeke, I wanted to ask you, because you've been there, you said from the beginning, which is almost down there 30 years, correct?
Well, we can round it up 28, but we can round it to 30 if you want to.
So
we started in 94, so just do the math. 94 to current.
What was the inspiration, if you know, because we were speaking earlier and you were saying that you were friends with the person who started it, the UniverSoul Circus. What was his inspiration for the circus? What made him think, I want to start a black circus? Because it is the only one in the world, correct?
Correct. It was the only one. Well, like I said, he wanted to showcase black talent, showcase our culture, family entertainment, something that kids can come through, grandmama could come to, aunts, uncles, dad, son, daughter, you could bring a date to it. It was a family environment. He wanted to take that aspect of the circus, put our culture to it, put our flavor to it, put our swag to it. Anything we touch, we take it to another level. So we took that circus world and spent it on his head. And here we are 28 years later, traveling around the country and traveling around the world.
Still. Now I see, because I've been going there for a while, and I see that there's talent from everywhere.
Yes, it's a global.
It's the UniverSoul Circus, but it doesn't discriminate. There's talent from everywhere. So I wanted to know how in the world does the circus come across this talent? How do they know the ladies that spin their head, the dishes on their heads? How do they know where to find these people? Do they put out ads or
at first the owner, he would go around to these different countries and seek out some of the most unique talent that you could find. It's one thing to see them on the video and to see them, in a newspaper clipping or something like that. But when you see them live and in person, you get a feel of them. You get a feel of the energy. It's current. That video is not something from 5 years ago they used to do 5 years ago. This is something that they're doing now. So he, him and also our producer, Miss Delise Howard, they travel the world seeking out some of the most unique talent that you could find. And of course, people send videos in and things of that culture, word of mouth, as time go on. As you get known, people, they coming to you. You almost, got a catalog of different talent that you can call on.
Now, after all of these years, as far as you know, are there any acts that ever been turned down?
I'm not in that decision-making department, but I guess they have to have an element that's relevant to the UniverSoul Circus, high energy. Our work ethic is good. We do like 500 shows a year. It depends on, like I said, what he's looking for at the current time. Every year we try to change up the show, and sometimes we put 2 units out. It's so popular that sometimes we get 2 circuses that be traveling simultaneously at the same time. Just to be able to get to everybody. It's in high demand.
Yeah, I know. New York is ready for you guys to come back. When I spoke to Amari, I didn't even know. Well, when I texted her, I didn't even know you guys were coming back. I just wanted to, out of respect and love, I just wanted to put you guys on the podcast, and let the world see. And it's just a coincidence that you are scheduled to come back to New York soon.
Correct. Well, we didn't know exactly either. It took maybe before we opened up National Harbor, it was maybe 2 weeks before we got permission to, come into. We wait till the cities open up. Everybody's not open wide like this area here. New York is. Certain states are still, got their standards as far as with the COVID thing going on. Every city is not wide open, but New York is wide open. DC area, National Harbor, they're wide open. So we go into the cities that basically, allow us to come in, get permits, and perform.
Is there a section for the vaccinated people and non-vaccinated? How is that going to work?
No, we don't. They don't discriminate against that. At one time when we first did it, we was doing the tests and all that thing. Now it's, we have to wear masks. Mask is mandatory.
So all of the audience have to wear masks.
Yes. We still got the protocols that's in. We got the masks that's going on and things of that nature. Whatever the rules are in that particular area is the rule that we go by. What the CDC standards put out.
Okay, that's good, because people are going to want to know that. Definitely.
If they go to our website, they'll see all the protocols that we have listed for.
Before you buy a ticket, you have to agree to the protocol, like basically wearing a mask and certain things like that. So before you purchase a ticket, a message.
Pop-up, right? A pop-up will come up when you go to the Ticketmaster website. A pop-up will come up. You'll read the bylaws or whatever. You have to agree to it before you can purchase the ticket, as Ira was saying.
Okay, beautiful. So if somebody wanted to book tickets, what would they do for the New York City area, I should say? What
Or they would go to for now. They would go to the Ticketmaster.com, but I don't believe they're on sale yet.
Oh, okay, they're not on sale yet.
Right. I think they're just doing the National Harbor. We just got the National Harbor up now, and very soon, I believe the New York market will be wide open.
Okay. Well, we here. Yeah, I'm here in Harlem, so things is opening up more and more every day. I see.
Oh yeah, this is one of our best cities. We've been coming here since '98. This is when we first took the circus on tour. New York was one of the cities that we came to. We did a 4-test city market. Atlanta is the home base. We did the first 2 years just in Atlanta, 94, 95. Then in 96, we did a 4-test city market because we thought it was just a local thing, that maybe it was just the local people liking it. So then he took it out and branched it to 4 other cities, sold out, held over. So then he knew he had something good. And now we went from 4 cities to almost averaging 20 cities a year.
Because it's different, it's unique. There's a lot of things that makes it unique.
Correct.
And I'm not just saying that. I've been there, gone there every year since you guys been there.
Yeah, you
never get tired of it. You never get tired of it. My favorite part was when we got to pet the baby tigers. I never got a chance to pet a tiger before.
Well, us as Black folks, if we ain't never been out of the hood or been out of the thing, we never see nothing like that.
Right.
And, our culture, we rarely go to the zoos or on safaris and little things of that nature. So for us to bring, that element into our community, and they can see it, firsthand, not just see it on TV, but you can see it up close and personal firsthand. That's an experience for a whole lot of people.
Yeah, I loved it. I said, I'm petting a tiger.
And now you got bragging rights. You got bragging rights at the Thanksgiving dinner table.
I'll never forget that. So my man Fresh, what does it take to make a good clown, to be a good clown? What does it take, or at least what do you look for in your staff with your team?
My main thing is loyalty with a team. If it ain't loyalty, nothing is going to go right. So when I'm hiring kids, teenagers, or even adults, I'm a good mind reader. I'm a good body language reader. I pay attention to a lot of things. So either you coming in to elevate the company, or you coming in to keep the company in the same spot. So most of the time when the kids come, the kids is coming for the enjoyment. I keep it real straight and personal with the kids, because I know the kids really coming to have fun. And I think of it as in me keeping the kids out of trouble. When I hire kids in, it's like I'm a parent to them. Anything they does, I report it to their parents. I'm watching them like that. I'm their big brother. So it's like a fraternity, as in kids wise, because once you come, you locked in with Fresh the Clowns. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna protect you just as well as your parent is protecting you, because you're going to be with me most of the time. Parties is going to come. We're going to be having little kickbacks. We're going to be having sleepover fun nights, going skating. So it's like we all turn into family members, and it's a lock-in. But when it comes to the teenagers and the adults, I'm looking for like hip-hop artists, like people that can bring choreography, people that can be a role model, people that can take control. I know I'm the boss, I'm the head guy, but I never say that. You will never hear me say, oh, I'm the owner of Fresh the Clowns, because I look at it as it's a team thing. If I have a team, there wouldn't be a Fresh the Clowns as in this long. Yeah, I started it. I came up with the master plan and this, but it's always a team that makes you win. So when I'm hiring adults and stuff, I'm basically looking for that person that wants to be a role model, that wants to be the next clown that's going to come out with a viral video that wants to bring choreography to the practice and show the kids and make sure you mentoring these kids right. But other than that, you have to be a character. Your character is your brand. Ira is Ira, but Fresh the Clown is someone totally different. So everybody know Ira is Fresh the Clown, but Ira is not getting Fresh the Clown bookings. Fresh the Clown is getting those bookings. So when I paint up, the main thing I'm thinking about is, let me go make this smile on this little girl's birthday party. Let me go tear this event down. Let me go tear this wedding down. Let me go tear this family reunion down. That's what I'm thinking of when I'm Fresh the Clown. So I want people to come in genuinely just like me, the same attitude, the same mindset. Like, let's build. We was at the bottom. Now we here. I'm trying to get to the top. I'm trying to get to the clouds. So that's where it comes when we hiring new people in. But right now, I have these 26 employees that I have, and we're doing great. It's perfect. Like this is the first time ever since the company been running that I'm officially set and feel comfortable with every clown that I have under the team.
That's good. So they have to bring dignity like you do. They have to be dignity and they have to care. They can't just say, I'm just gonna go out here and get this money now. You know,
Exactly.
Yeah, they gotta care. So how's life on the road, man? Do you get homesick? Explain life on the road, because I know you guys are everywhere. And this is for you too, Zeke. But since he's speaking,
first, when I first came in 2015, man, I was missing my mom and my daughters. You know what I'm saying? I was missing because I have 2 daughters. So I was missing them. But then when I realized by me being gone, like, I'm from Detroit. We're number 1 in murder capital right now. Certain things is going on there that, you know, I would never believe that would be going on if I was there. So I wouldn't know where I'll be if I would have stayed there. You know what I'm saying? So I really think it was a blessing that I got picked up from the circus, because a lot of my friends has passed away due to violence. So by me leaving, that and it's helping me take care of my daughters. My daughters is set. Certain things that I couldn't have when I was at home in Detroit, I have now. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that, you know, normally they'll feel that a younger person wouldn't be able to get, like life insurance. A lot of us don't have it. But now I'm blessed to be able to say I have life insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain things that helped me out, the circus helped out a lot. So by me being homesick, but then I overdrafted, like, homesick, okay, but it's taking care of the bills. It's making sure my daughters is eating at night. My mama is good. She don't want for anything. So, you know, it was hard at the beginning, but then it started to bear on me. I started to get used to it, and then it made me grind even harder. So you ever heard that saying, you can't be scared to step out the box. You got to go for it. That's what basically happened.
So is it safe to say that the UniverSoul Circus might have saved your life? Yeah.
It's safe to say.
Think about it. So that's sincere. So you didn't even have to think about it. So I want to thank whoever's in charge, whoever said hire that man. Good looking out.
Yeah.
I mean, we need more people like that to give people shots and opportunities. We need more people like that. So respect to the one or to the ones that made that decision.
Correct.
What about you, Zeke? I mean, you're probably used to it by now, but did you used to get homesick, or do you still get homesick?
Yeah. But this is my first time traveling. You know, as we travel now. First, I was a DJ in Atlanta, Georgia. So, you know, I was just based in Atlanta. I don't have no brothers or sisters, so I wasn't really attached to that as far as family wise. But like I said, I used to DJ.
What? Would you call yourself? Would you call yourself DJ Love? Would you call it Shorty B?
DJ Shorty P. Shorty P.
Respect.
It was Shorty Pep, but I ain't no Pep, so I made it Shorty P.
All right.
DJ Shorty P. And like I said, I was just local there in Atlanta, doing different clubs and venues and different events. And then the circus came about. And like I said, 96, we went on a 4-test city market. So that gave me a little taste of being on the road. Then about 4 or 5 years later, I got used to it, living out the suitcase, because we would be out for like maybe 10 and a half, almost 11 months.
That's what?
Yeah, we go out from end of January, rehearsal start. We come back maybe a week after Christmas. Sometimes we take it to New Year's. We get 5 weeks off, and then we go back out again. So now it's strange to stay home a long time, whereas before it was vice versa. It would be
Right.
strange to be gone for so long, but now after 20-something years, 28 years, now it's strange to stay home. This is the first time I've been home this long since the pandemic. I've been home this long, back to back, and I don't know, a long, 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 long time.
You couldn't wait to get back on the road, huh? Like something you
Thank
said, I
you, thank
gotta
you.
go.
Yes, 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 yeah. I was going crazy. Like the walls was, coming in, especially with the situation where we couldn't go. You couldn't go out too much, for the
Right.
social distance. So, I was like isolated in the house, which is a good thing. I'm not mad at that, but after a while, it took us, it took a little toll. Like, when is the world gonna open back up? And then here we are, blessed to, 16 months, 5 months, 15 months later, we're back out on tour doing what we used to do before.
So you're from Atlanta originally?
No, I was born in South Carolina, and then I moved to Hartford, Connecticut. So
Oh, that's not
I
too
would say
far.
half of my life in Hartford, Connecticut. And in '79 is when I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. I graduated '76, got a quote corporate job. I worked with them for 10 years. Then I decided to work for myself. That's when I started DJing and hosting, because I was doing that on the side anyway. So I just took it full time and started DJing. And then from there, I went over to the circus. And here we are 28 years later.
So you were used to being in front of people then. So
Yeah. Well, me being short, I get attention just walking out the door,
mm-hmm.
being a little person. So, I'm used to that part there. And then being a DJ, I'm used to, like I say, being in front of people and hosting or whatever. And then the circus, that gave me a bigger stage. Then that gave me a chance to travel the world. I've been to South Africa, been to the Bahamas. I didn't do the England. They went to England, last year, Ira?
Yeah.
2 years ago. Yeah. I didn't do
It
the England one, but
Scotland,
Edinburgh or something like
Yeah,
Edinburgh.
that was my next question, because I was going to ask you, did the circus ever I know they look for talent in other countries, but do they perform in other countries?
Yes, 2001, we went to South Africa, performed for the one and only Mr. Nelson Mandela. That was our first international city. And how that came about was in 2000, we was performing in Philadelphia, and Winnie Mandela was in Philadelphia, I guess for whatever reason. She heard that we had some South African performers in the circus, so she ended up coming out to see the show while we was in Philly. Fell in love with it and said, you all have to bring this to the motherland, which is, South Africa, where they was from. And they worked it out with South African Airlines and Nelson Mandela Foundation. 2001, we went over there, and for Mr. Mandela's birthday. His birthday is in July. So we went over there to perform for about a month in South Africa. That was ultimate experience there alone.
Had to be an honor.
Yes.
That's when you know we made it.
Yeah, there you go. That was one of my things. That was like that. That's the cream of the crop right there. When people ask me what was one of my most highlights of being in the circus for this long, I say one and only to meet Mr. Nelson Mandela and to perform for the mother of civil rights, Miss Rosa Parks. We performed for them, and now I can add another one to perform for the one and only the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Where did that take place with Louis
That was
Farrakhan?
in Chicago. When we got off the road, 2019. 19. That was in 2019.
And what about Rosa Parks? Where was this at?
She's out of Detroit. She's out of Detroit. I believe that was a 2000, maybe 99, because we started touring in 98. So I believe it was the following year, 99. Detroit is one of our 4 cities that we did, and we took it on a national tour. So to perform in front of her, that was one of my highlights. Perform for Mr. Nelson Mandela was one of my highlights, and to perform in 2019 for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. His wife would come out every year. They call her Mother Khadija. She would come out every year when we perform in Chicago. But most of the time when we came, he was the country or, on some other, doing something else. So he finally ended up coming out in 2019 and we got a chance to see him. Matter of fact, they bought the whole school out. She paid for all the, they call it Muhammad University, the Muslim school. The whole school came out. They said it was about maybe a good 1,000 people in there, just from there, the Muslim nation, we call it Mosque number 2 in Chicago. They came out, and that was awesome.
And like we discussed earlier, you said his wife, Mr. Farrakhan's wife, came every year. You don't get tired of it.
No, I know. Yeah, you're right.
You either see something that wasn't there last year, or you come back because you wanted to see what you saw last year. My favorite is the motorcycles.
Right. Some people come 2 or 3 times while we're in that city. They come the first time, they might bring the kids. Then they really want to come back and enjoy. So they leave the kids and come and bring, their husband or bring a girlfriend or bring somebody else. Then they tell somebody, then they come back and bring that person. So it keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Yes, it does. And it definitely has soul. That UniverSoul, the soul in it is definitely true. And soul, like I was saying,
and soul to us is not a color, it's an experience. And once you come in there, you feel that experience from the lights, the sounds, the music, the atmosphere, the response. The audience become a part of the show. You don't just sit there, you become a part of the show.
Yes. You do. You feel it. And for the listeners, I want to make it clear that it's called the UniverSoul Circus, is owned by Black people, but it's all type of people in the audience. So you're not going to feel uncomfortable. Nope. You're not even going to be thinking about that because it's for adults and children. And when they throw the big ball around, the kids are going to go crazy.
That's one of them crazy. That's one of them crazy highlights too. And that happened on the film. They didn't know it was going to be that hot. One time we just decided to ad-lib and buy some time because they were setting up for the next act. So they just threw some balls out there. And that became one of the highlights. We had kids crying because they don't get to hit the ball. All of stuff like that. So we know that was like, whoa,
So is that why you guys throw out 3 or 4 balls now instead of just one? Trying to get everybody involved?
Yeah, that became a part of the show.
And I'm gonna tell you, if anybody ever wants to see an adult act like a child, go to the UniverSoul Circus because they're kids again. You're a child again for about 2 hours.
Oh yeah, you got it right. We bring the kid out of you again, and some of them they relive their childhood. Some say they haven't been there since they was a child, so they bring back those memories. When they used to go with their moms and dad. And another thing, I've been there, fortunate enough to have like 3 and 4 generations come. I've seen kids bring their kids. Kids grow up, bring their kids. I've seen, we've had marriages under there. We've had babies being born under there. I've seen generations come. And like I said, it's ultimate. I'll meet 2 or 3 generations.
And like any other business, you won't succeed if the staff isn't right. You always need the right staff, like my man Fresh said about his clown. So to be this long, to be running this long, that says a lot for the character of everybody. 28 years, that says a lot.
Yep.
And it takes a whole team, like you said, to keep this ball rolling. It's not just the performers. We got outstanding stage personnel, outstanding ticket takers, outstanding ushers, outstanding corporate folks, marketing team, promotional team, drivers. It takes the whole, shaboom to keep this, as to say, running smooth.
Yeah, teams within teams.
Yeah, talent get the light, but everybody else, help push it or help keeps it going.
Now, do you have any other circuses hated? Did they ever put bad reviews out about the UniverSoul Circus? Because there's always haters.
We don't dwell in that. We just do what we do, get our blessings. We try not to go on the negative part. And one good thing is that most of these circus performers, they have worked for different circuses. That's not exclusive to us, because there's only so many circuses that they can work for. These are generational people. Some of them are generational people that, their third, fourth, fifth generation, whatever talent that they have. So they might work for us 3 years, work for another circus 2 years, work for another, circus 2 years, things of that nature. So we don't have no bad feeling. We're all family.
Right.
We got our niche. They got their niche. They got their niche. Everybody got their own niche or got their own lane, as you say. We bring something to the table. They bring another thing to the table. We all exist together, as they say.
That's cool. So Fresh, real quick. Let me ask you this. I brought it up earlier, but do your clowns walk on stilts?
No.
Some of them?
No, like none of them walk on stilts, but we're dancing clowns. But we can do everything. We can do balloon animals. We can do face paint. We can do magic tricks. We can actually do everything. So
magicians, you got magicians and all that.
We can do all that. It's just the fact of the dancing. Most of the customers or the people that comes to the show or the people that books us that come out to shows, they want to see us dance because that's the hypeness. But yeah, we could bust out some balloon animals. We could bust out some face paint. We could bust out tricks. Like we have all that. And a lot of Onion Head is one of the signature clowns of the UniverSoul Circus. And when we first came, he put us up on some unique face paint, the unique tricks, the magic tricks, the things that he was telling us to add to the show that I didn't want to add at first because I'm like, no, we dancing this. But then I start doing it and it started blowing up more. So some people may book us to perform and come turn your party up and dance. And then some people may be more old fashioned. They want us to dance, but they want them balloon animals. They want the face paint. They want the magic tricks. They want the musical cheers. And we do all
generation.
Yeah, we do all that. We keep it funky for all ages.
And what's the name of your company again? Just so that people can recognize if they want to look you up or something.
Fresh the Clowns is with 3 S's. Fresh the Clowns has 3 S's. So it's Fresh the Clowns Entertainment. You can find us on Instagram, Fresh the Clowns with 3 S's. You can find us on Facebook, Fresh the Clowns LLC, Twitter, Fresh the Clowns. We everywhere.
All right. So before I just want to thank you again. Zeke, are you allowed to say when you guys are coming to New York? Can you say the dates or it's not yet?
I'm not sure of the dates myself. You would have to get with Amari on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the date.
What I'm gonna do? No, go ahead. I'm listening, sir.
Yeah, I'm saying what I would do is refer you to our promoter, Amari. She would have those specific dates and all that other stuff. I'm just worried about National Harbor where we're at now, but we're on our way to New York.
I hear you. Yeah, I can dig that, man. So this is what I'm gonna do before we end the interview because I don't want to keep you guys. I can ask a million questions, but I think I got to the meat of it. I got something that I do is called 10 and 10, but I'm gonna do 10 and 20. So I'm gonna ask 10 quick questions and see if you can answer it in 20 seconds.
Okay.
Can you do that, you think?
Yeah, 20 seconds is a long time. I got you. We'll see.
All right. Old school music or old school movies?
Old school music.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Fruits or vegetables?
Fruits.
New York or Atlanta?
ATL, Atlanta.
ATL all day, huh?
Well, I got family there. I got families there in New York, so I'm used to that. I was, like I say, raised in Connecticut, but I came to Atlanta in '79, and it's nothing like the Dirty South. I love Atlanta. And I've traveled 20, 30 cities a year, but it's nothing
winter
like the
summer.
Huh? Winter or summer?
Yes.
What I said, summer.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
like the cold.
Okay.
That's why I left north. That's why I left north.
I could dig it. Fruits or vegetables?
I said fruits.
Fruit, behind the scene or in front of the cameras?
Well, my profession is in front of the camera, so I'm going in front of the camera.
Okay.
But I respect behind the scene, because without them, in front of the camera won't do what they do.
Okay, I could dig it. Okay, well, driving or the train? Now it might be different in Atlanta. I don't think y'all got subways, right?
Well, we got model.
Okay, I don't know exactly what that is.
Modern overhead trains.
Okay, so
Overhead trains. Subway, you said that's like going in the ground only.
Yeah, but they do go up top sometime.
Yeah, we have those that are over top there.
So what you prefer, driving or taking the train?
Train.
Yeah, me too, especially in New York with all that traffic.
Yeah, train easy. Let's put it in somebody else's hand.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the last one. It's been more than 20 seconds, but that's all right. Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson?
Muhammad Ali, the greatest.
Oh, okay.
I'm old school now. I'm old school.
All right, it's up to you now, Fresh. You ready?
I'm ready.
It's probably gonna be more than 20 seconds. It's just the title, but we're gonna say it.
We got you.
Boxing or basketball?
Basketball.
Michael Jordan, I'm sorry, LeBron James or Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant.
You lucky I don't jump in there.
That's what I
You gotta. What's better?
Marquise,
you gotta.
We got a running thing. We got a running thing being helpful with that there. So
Well,
you hear the nerd when you said. You hear the nerd when you ask that question. Me and Ira, we got a running thing when you said that.
Explain. You like LeBron better?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you say Kevin Durant, Fresh?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a KD fan. He's the best player in the league. I'm a KD fan all the way.
All right. I respect that. Okay. Let me ask you this: fruits or vegetables?
Fruits.
Dress shoes or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Sneakers. I figured you say you probably even know about Stacey Adams. Do you ever hear Stacey Adams?
Yeah, I know about Stacey Adams. I know about Cole.
He out of Detroit. He knows Stacey Adams.
Yeah, I know about.
Okay. No disrespect. Okay, you like the summer or winter?
Summer.
Like the summer better?
Yeah.
All right. We got 5 more. Just real quick ones. When you with your clowns and you're doing your thing, what you like doing better? Dancing or the actual faint pacing, the activity? What do you like better? Which one?
Dancing.
You like dancing? Oh, all right. Which animals you like better? You like the tiger or the elephant? Do you have animals this year?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we got mixed animals, and then we got the horses and dogs.
Dogs? Oh, the dogs gonna be dancing and all that?
They're doing their thing.
So, what's your favorite animals in the circus this year?
I say the dogs.
The dogs
turned up. They be turned up, and the kids love it. Anything that's making the kids smiles, I'm down for it.
Right. Yeah.
That's cool. I dig that. I just got 2 more real quick, and then we're gonna be on our way, and I'm gonna thank everybody for taking their time. For Fresh, you got a jump shot or a handle?
Jump shot.
Jump shot. Okay. You lefty or righty?
Righty.
All right. Now I said 10 for 20, but that was about 10 for 60 or 70. I want to thank you so much on behalf of myself and Shanique Bird for taking part of this podcast. The UniverSoul Circus is here. So look it up on Google and see if they're coming to your town or your city. And is there anything else you would like to say, Zeke?
Hey, come on out, show your support. We're back out. Come have this family fun. And we are back, Jack, in full effect. New York.
You know it. New York, the circus is back. What about you, Fresh?
Hey, I'm just telling y'all, New York, bring all the dancers, bring all the hypeness, because we coming with the fire. Hands down, the UniverSoul Circus is about to come and put on the show that y'all seen before. Like as in y'all normally coming to the circus, but we're back. It's fresh. Y'all, we've been down for at least a year and a half. And you know Fresh the Clowns is about to come through them curtains. Y'all see, so be ready.
In September 2001, and everything else will be announced. Okay, one more. Who you got, Zeke? Milwaukee or Phoenix?
I'm going with Phoenix.
That's it.
You too, Fresh?
Yep.
All right. So thanks again, and enjoy your night, and God bless you all, and God willing, New York will see you in September.
Much love.
One love, New York. One love.
You know it. The UniverSoul Circus is back in effect, y'all. Peace and love.
Hey, when I say big top, you say circus, big top.
Circus.
Thank you, Marcus.
Man. Peace and love.
All right.